our Megan Triplett had the first question.
Maybe you guys fought back many, many times. What did you see that kind of, stalled you guys and allowed you guys to get over that hump?
Yeah, you just look at their first and third quarter scoring. Just not able to put points on the board. Had some good shots along the way. Didn't make them. And so part of basketball, but I think the things that we can take care of are the turnovers and the rebounding. And that's just a matter of keeping things simple for turnovers-wise and hitting somebody and keeping them off the boards.
When it comes to the three-point shooting, 3 of 23, was it just a matter of shots not falling? Did you like the looks that you guys were getting? Yeah,
overall, we got some good looks. I think early on, we got some good looks from some guys who want shooting the basketball. But you can't rely on that on a nightly basis. You're going to make and miss shots. We all know it's a part of our game. I'm more determined to get us to play harder and be ready to play at the beginning of the game. So that piece of it, disappointing in that piece, because we come out of the game not ready to give up a lead like we did in the first quarter. Then we get a little reprieve, 51-51 at halftime. We get a chance to do it again in the third, and again, they were able to punch first.
Still tied in that third. As good as Ben was in the absence of Kevin and Kyrie, he picks up his fourth foul, goes to the bench, and you guys immediately give up a run that you never really recovered from. I mean, how big was that stretch when he was out? How costly was it?
Well, we need everybody, and that's a big piece of it. So we have to be disciplined and smart how we play the game. And I think a big piece of that is, I talked about that before the game, the rebound and the fouling. We have to take care of it. And it is in multiple fashions, whether it's the rebounding piece, whether it's reaching on the guy who drives, whether it's being not positioned and then having to react. So all culprits of it. And hopefully guys are starting to understand, like, the discipline along the way, it has to be there, because you won't be able to recover from stretches like that. And so, great challenge for our group.
Jacque, you talked about getting the attempts for three up since Kevin went out. Only 23. I think you guys in the 30s. How do you get that number to a place you're happy with without, forcing it or going out of your guys' identity, really?
Yeah, I think it helps when you make some of them, so then the defense has to react a little bit, and then you can drive some of those, and then easier ones come around. So would have liked some of those looks to have gone in early in the game. Maybe that puts us in a different position. Got Poto in foul trouble, so they went a little small, and then we're able to switch some of our stuff so you won't get as many threes off that way. But overall, we got the looks that we should be making.
Jacque, you guys obviously went through something very similar last year. What gives you the confidence that this group isn't going to have the same finish on this stretch without Kevin that last year's group did?
Yeah, but the three things I said to our group, being extremely professional, being consistent, and that's with your approach, that's with your mindset, and no excuses. Nick, that's for me. And I'm going to continue to preach that to the group. Not looking for any excuses. That's just who we are. We get a chance to play the game. You get a chance to compete. We had plenty enough bodies to get the job done today. We ran through everybody, so everybody got a chance to be a part of it and be a part of the winning, be a part of the losing. And so I'm going to continue to stretch to the group. I'm not going to give them excuses. I don't care about last year. I care about the now. Today was the most important game. Now I'm going to try to reload and be ready for Phoenix. But I'm not going to give them a chance to have excuses, Nick.
Jacque, TJ really got you guys going offensively nice off the bench. I know you said before you don't plan to put him in the 35-40 range. You're going to get 24 minutes. Do you think about pushing that a little bit at all, just given what you're giving him?
I think we ran him in big stretches. I said to the guys going into the game, we were going to change the rotations a little bit. Wasn't going to run guys as long, 5 or 6 minute stints. He had a long run to get us, some points on the board. I think we continue to give guys minutes across the board. And because what happens is someone else's minutes get shaved. So you look at Yuta's minutes, he's not there. So the next thing you know, you're plugging holes from all sides. And so we want guys just to use their minutes to play as hard as possible. I told the guys, don't play like you're playing 30 minutes. Play like you're playing 15 minutes. Give that effort. Give that discipline. And then we'll build from there. So that's the approach we have to have.
With Kyrie's status uncertain, whether he plays or not, I mean, okay, you played TJ what you played tonight. Would you consider extending that going forward?
I think it's really going to be a challenge for us because now, you look at last week, we had 2 games in 7 days. And we're supposed to take care of business and have a lot of juice and effort along the way. We didn't take care of business. Now you come here and you got 3 and 4, so you got to think about that, what that looks like on the back-to-back with Phoenix and Utah. You're supposed to take care of business here. So I'm really trying to get our guys to just concentrate on today. Don't even worry about the back-to-back. We'll get there. We'll get there. If Phoenix presents itself and TJ can play more minutes, then we'll try to win that game with TJ. But I'll be smart about it. Long term, I don't want to put guys in a position where we don't have them for the stretch. Again, we're going to try to use everybody in Phoenix and get a win.
And you talked about shortening guys' minutes, so obviously Joe wasn't playing excessive minutes, but is it all concerning? I mean, I don't think he had a shot in the first half. You're obviously short on offense. I mean, would you like to see him punt a few more shots?
Well, it's interesting because then you start looking into the shot distribution. Well, Ben had more shots in the first quarter, I guess, so he was more aggressive going to the rim. So those are shots that take it away from Joe. Seth got 3 or 4 looks from 3 that didn't go in early, and then he had a little bit of lull. So getting guys to understand is we're going to have to play this thing together. It's going to be different person on different night. Your minutes are important. Cam's minutes were important tonight. The TJ stretch was important tonight. Keith's minutes were important tonight. And so if anything comes from this is being able to be counted on. And that's what we want our group to grow to.
You mentioned Cam. For him to get those minutes, you mentioned about the confidence that we might see him, for him to play 30 minutes and go 6 and 12. What did you just like about him coming off the bench?
Confidence, like I said before, has not even at all waned. I know Cam can hoop. It's just a matter of who's going to be out the floor with him. What does the game present? Who else do we need to play? So a lot goes into who else is out there on the floor. Cam can hoop, though. We know that.
Josh, do you think you guys got any juice, spark plug, whatever you want to call it, from Markeith's screen?
Well, you always like guys being physical. Markeith is a veteran on our team. I think he was showing some veteran leadership at that time, Alex. He made the 2 free throws, too, and got us the ball. So it ended up being a win for us, I think.
That's a no call at Allen Fieldhouse.
Any shot profile was what you would want?
Well, you would like the turnover piece puts that a little skewed, so that piece of it we have to clean up. We just can't give the team, extra possessions. The extra possessions also come from the rebounding. You like to shoot probably 10 more threes. That would have been ideal for us, but the 20-something that we shot, we got to make more than 3 of them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The profile on the threes, I mean, they were clean enough looks.
I think overall, without just reflecting upon the game and seeing some throughout the course of the game, who was shooting those threes, there's always 2 or 3 where, as a coach, you say maybe you could have got better. But overall, the guys who shot the basketball got some pretty clean looks.
Thank you.
Okay, guys.